Here with our new Catamount women's basketball coach, Stephanie McCormick. First of all, welcome home, and what does it feel like to be back in Cullowhee?
Oh, it feels good. It feels like I'm back home. It's just like you would feel that your heart's beating and you're fired up and all the above. So, yeah, it feels really good to be back home.
I know a lot of assistant coaching experience. You mentioned the 21 years starting here and the run with Kelly Harper's squad. What have you learned from that team, that championship team, that you can bring this year?
How to overachieve. That team, time and time again, finished strong and just continuously overachieved. They had a passion for the game. They had fun. They would run through the brick wall for Kelly, and I'm just expecting the same from this team.
You met with this team a couple of times. What are some early things that have stood out to you from the players?
That they have a passion for it still. Watching film, sometimes you would think maybe not so much from last season, but they still have a passion and a hunger to win. They want to win basketball games. I think they're willing to do whatever it takes to do so.
You look at this team and how they continue to develop now under your leadership. What is the biggest adjustment you see from day one of when you took over to when we go to November?
The biggest adjustment for me or for them?
For you.
Just knowing that I'm calling the shots and I don't have to. Sometimes I think I'm getting ready to make a decision. I have to call someone to make sure that I can do it. But it's my decision. I'm the last one. That's the biggest adjustment I'm going to have to make. I'm getting ready to ask someone and there's no one. It's me.
You look at having not been a head coach yet, but you've had a lot of taste of it. You mentioned in your press conference the taste you got at Siena.
Yeah.
How does that experience help you now in the head role?
Well, it makes me feel more comfortable, and I'm more confident, a lot more confident now after 2 years there than I would have been just coming straight here from, say, NC State, because of the experience that I've had to make the decisions in different situations there. Now I know that I'm prepared, I'm ready to make that next step and be the person making the last call.
You've had a lot of ups and seen success a lot of times, even as an assistant now coming into that head coach. How does seeing that success and then conveying it to players and saying, I know what it takes to get you?
Well, you start off by showing them the rings, and then they buy in pretty quickly after that. So, yeah, show them the hardware, show them the proof, and then they've got to trust a little bit and have a little faith at that point that every step they take in every direction I give them is toward that goal that they all want.
You look at, you mentioned several times in your press conference today, the Catamount community. What is the Catamount community to you?
It's family. It's a sense of pride. It's a love for the purple and gold. It's a diverse group of people that just want to be a part of something special.
And certainly you're on the way to doing that with this women's basketball program. And I know, as you mentioned a couple times, wanting to get to work right away, and certainly you've been distracted with media and something, but what are you most excited about going ahead to next year?
Games. Just games, just being in touch with the kids and showing their direction, my direction to them, and just watching them flourish on the court. This is a good group. They do well in the classroom. The people on campus already love them to death. So I think when I'm now bringing to them is a little bit more direction and knowledge on the court, and that's going to change for them a little bit, and they've got to buy in and be ready for it. So I'm ready for that. I'm excited about that change in them.
For fans, it seems like November's a long way away. But from a coaching perspective, opening day's not so far away.
It'll be here before you know it.
But you look at expanding this program to then. What is the way you convey to this team the goals between then and to get them where they need to be in November?
Taking it step by step and day by day. We can't bite off the whole 3 months before now and then, or 4 months before now and then. We've got to take it each step at a time, and really embrace the little successes we have along the way. Really celebrate the fact that maybe right-handed post batter never went left, and one day went left, and we've got to celebrate it like it's the best thing in the world, so that they can continue to put themselves out there, and because they're going to have to put themselves out there. And nowadays, kids don't really want to do that because they want to see the immediate success. Right. It's the instant gratification age. So to see that success and to really celebrate those little moments will get you to the big moments. So just taking it one day at a time.
You mentioned that you know the Southern Conference. And what is one thing you've seen from this conference from a women's basketball standpoint that you look forward to jumping into the fire in?
Well, I had the opportunity actually to scout Mercer this past year, so I saw them against Sanford, and Sanford seems to be the same team with a lot of that motion offense type stuff. Mostly what I want to jump into is just the competitiveness of it all. Okay, the conference is going to be, Chattanooga's up there, and they've always been up there, and it's gonna be a process for us to be able to knock them down, and eventually we will. But after that, 2 through N is anybody's game. And that's the most exciting part of it. You don't go one night and be like, I don't have a chance tonight, or I'm going to win by 30 or 40 tonight. It's not going to be that way in this conference. Everyone's going to compete for those next spots, and that's important.
You look at, obviously, your time that you've had as an assistant coach. What is the one thing that Catamount Nation can look forward to with you on the sideline?
Intensity. We're going to play hard. It'll be a fun game to watch. It may be a little ugly to start with, but it'll be fun to watch. No, it's going to be up and down. It's going to be high level. It's going to be high pace. It's fun. It's what people come, and hopefully we'll put a lot of points on. That's the next thing that people want to see on the basketball court, fundamental basketball that gets it done.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to not only an exciting offseason, but an exciting season coming up in November.
All right. Thank you so much.